Hello, I'm John Johnson. Welcome back to the Kanawha Valley Church's Giving Lesson Series on the Law of Rewards by Randy Alcorn. Giving what we can't keep to gain what we can't lose. Today I want to talk about fireproof investments. If you want to turn to Matthew chapter 6, we'll be reading from that in just a second. Martin Luther once said, "I have held many things in my hands and have lost them all. But whatever I have placed in God's hands, that I still possess." Now, in Matthew chapter 6, Jesus is talking about money. And in verses 19 through 24, it reads, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy..." Now, the word healthy here in Greek implies generous. So let's read that again. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, now the Greek word for this implies stinginess. So if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Now, in the beginning of this, Jesus is not saying stop storing up treasure. It's stop storing treasure in the wrong place and start storing it in the right place. Do you feel like maybe you could be more excited about heaven? Like you want to be thinking about it more and excited about it, but the feeling just isn't there? Here's my advice to you. Based on this verse, start investing in it. Start putting your money towards rewards in heaven, and your heart will start thinking about it. Start thinking about heaven. What's my reward going to be? What will Jesus give back to me for what I give now? You'll start getting excited about it, and your heart will be where your treasure is. John Wesley said, "I value all things only by the price they shall gain in eternity." And in talking about the church, Paul, the apostle, in 1 Corinthians 3:12, he uses a building metaphor, building on the foundation of Jesus. He says, "If anyone builds on this foundation using gold, silver, costly stones, wood, hay, or straw, their work will be shown for what it is, because the day will bring it to light. It will be revealed with fire, and the fire will test the quality of each person's work. If what has been built survives, the builder will receive a reward. If it is burned up, the builder will suffer loss, but yet will be saved, even though only as one escaping through the flames." Now this is not a salvation passage. This is, in both cases, this builder makes it. But in one situation, he's rewarded. In one, he just gains access. So what are you building God's church with? What's the quality of our materials that we're using? For what purpose is our church using our paychecks for? Our financial decisions will be weighed and rewarded if they go towards the foundation that Jesus started, building on that foundation. Now, people who make Jesus Lord of their life, that is true gold. That's treasure. God will repay every nickel that goes toward making someone say, "Jesus is Lord." That's a great investment. In Matthew 13, verse 44, Jesus is saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and hid again, and from joy over it, he goes and sells everything that he has and buys that field." Now, do we think about what a great sacrifice this guy did? Oh, he's really spiritual guy. He just sacrificed everything that he owned to buy this field with great treasure in it. No, it almost has no spiritual decision for it. This is just logic. If you find a treasure in a field that's worth great wealth, it's just common sense to sell all that you have to buy it and gain this great wealth. And that leads us to reward principle number 2. When we invest money now in God's kingdom, we will receive great rewards later in heaven. Now let's consider Jesus' offer for us. We can trade temporary possessions we can't keep and gain eternal rewards we can't lose. This is a no-brainer. This is not a very spiritual decision. It's common sense. Whatever treasures we store up on earth, at best, we will lose them all when we die. That's the best scenario. They sometimes wear out or get stolen or deteriorate before the end. But whatever treasures we store up in heaven, they will all be waiting for us when we get there. This reality of eternal rewards inevitably fosters this mindset of investments. I want to invest. If you save up money for, let's say, a car, maybe a down payment on a house, a new computer, the new iPhone, entertainment systems, movies, or a lifestyle. If you're saving up money for that, what's in your best interest in light of eternity? Do you want the great things now and not later? Or do you want okay things now and great things for forever? Which one is better for you? Maybe it's buying used or buying second generation stuff or waiting until later for stuff and using the difference to invest in giving to ministry with expectation of a great reward in heaven. Maybe that's it. Which return on investment would you like? The point of Matthew 6 is not to avoid storing up treasure, but it's a life strategy of storing up treasures in heaven. Proverbs 11:25 says, "A generous person will be prosperous, and one who gives others plenty of water will himself be given plenty." A.W. Tozer said, "Any temporal possession can be turned into everlasting wealth. Whatever is given to Christ is immediately touched with immortality." The point is this, guys. You can't take it with you, but you can send it on ahead. That's fireproof investing. Now that's a lesson for today. And if you are increasing in eternal wisdom and you want to start giving extra and invest in rewards, here are some investment opportunities with high yield and high return on investment. www.kanawvalleychurch.org. We currently have 2 open avenues to receive eternal rewards. We're in the middle of Pounds for a Purpose, where we're raising $15,000 to go towards training young leaders for ministry. And so we are 1/3 of the way there as of right now. And the deadline is February 12th. Let's see. Another avenue is just by giving to the church. We are on Venmo at Kanawha Valley-Church. Giving extra to church is building on that foundation that Jesus started. He will reward every penny that goes towards making people say Jesus is Lord. God is watching and waiting to reward you. Please be wise. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.